This big-headed doll had a toothache. So, it came to me for treatment. Since the pain was in the molars, I had to crawl into its mouth to diagnose. The mouth was pitch black. It then pulled out its eyeball to use as a light for me. Only then could I see the situation inside. This guy truly eats anything. It was like a garbage dump in there. Everything you can imagine. I endured the stench and searched for the molars. At this moment, a golden light in the dark caught my attention. It was a golden spear. A system notification sounded. Holy spear. Legendary quality. A spear that fell into the dark world from an unknown realm. It carries a holy blessing. Extremely effective against evil spirits. Without a doubt, this spear was the reason for the big-headed doll's toothache. Near the spear, there were fragments of other doctors' limbs. It seemed this big-headed doll had consulted others before me. But those doctors were all monsters, so none of them could touch the holy spear. Which is why they couldn't cure the doll's toothache. And they ended up being eaten. But I'm human. I'm not afraid of holy power. However, the spear was lodged too deeply. I couldn't pull it out. Seeing this, the doll commanded its tentacles to help. But they were all over the place and ineffective. Stop moving around. Follow my instructions. 1, 2, 3, pull. 1, 2, 3, pull. With our combined effort, the holy spear was finally pulled out. But the doll was still crying in pain. Turns out, pulling out the spear caused a severe wound to bleed. I quickly ran to the pharmacy to get painkillers. But the wound was so deep. How could I get the medicine in? At that moment, a cute and clumsy tentacle stretched out. Light bulb went off in my head. I grabbed a knife and chopped off part of the tentacle. The big-headed doll cried out in pain after being chopped. I injected the medicine into the tentacle, then stuffed the tentacle into the wound. But the wound was too narrow. It got stuck halfway in. So, I racked my brain for another idea. A pile of bones nearby caught my attention. I decided to use them as a hammer and nail, and forcefully hammered the tentacle into the wound. The sharp pain made the doll scream repeatedly. But this was just the beginning. The real challenge was yet to come. Finally, the medicine-filled tentacle was hammered into the wound. The big-headed doll quickly felt relief from the pain. It was so happy that it kept tickling me with its tentacles, making me itch all over. Next, some finishing touches were needed to ensure the health of its teeth, because the holy light of the spear had corroded the tooth. Once the medicine wore off, the wound would still hurt. So, the tooth had to be removed. I prepared the tools, and started replacing the big-headed doll's tooth. The doll and its tentacles acted as my assistants. They held the light, fetched buckets, and brought water. After our teamwork, the tooth was finally replaced. Finally, some steel reinforcement was needed. But the pharmacy didn't have enough materials. It would take until tomorrow for a delivery. The big-headed doll, upon hearing about the steel, shouted, "I know where to get some," and immediately put me in its